Hi all, hope you're learning well. So today's video is all about how to make the backup of your data. Let's talk about one example or scenario. You have created a one instance, and usually we see that in instance we have multiple features like configuration. We have to set it, your operating system, your disks size, your CPU, your memory. So in previous video we have already done this many of things. If we want to make any changes, if you want to increase your RAM size or your CPU, if you want to add your additional disk, how to do that. But what accidentally if your instance got deleted? Yes, it is possible. So how you can recover your data? Now it's your instance is live. You can see on my screen the instance is live. Okay, if you see the configuration of this machine, okay, there's a disk size of 10 GB. I usually take it as a default for this example, the scenario. Okay, so you can see here, if you go to the edit option and you can see the disk size, I'm having 10 GB. Okay, so the questions come here. Yep, this is what your 10 GB. So the questions come here. What if I lost my data which I've stored on my instance? Do we have any backup of the data? If yes, how where we can go and check this, and if not, then what you can do it. So we'll discuss all this scenario today. But one more example before moving to this part, I will tell you how to set the deletion protection of your instance. So even someone intentionally or accidentally try to delete your instance, that won't be possible. So what do you have to do it? You have to click and you can see here deletion protection. You got it? So you have to enable this deletion protection. So you make sure even if your instance is live and someone try to delete, it won't possible. So simply what you have to do it, you have to go to the edit option and you have to enable the service. Okay, deletion protection. This is very, very important. Okay, you enable this and you save this. It will take some time. So now if this protection you have enabled, so now if you're going to the instance and you try to delete that instance, it won't possible. So that's the one thing that you have set the protection. But even after that, there are many other approach that your instance can be deleted or it can be hacked or any reason it can be suspended. There are many reasons. You cannot be sure that even after putting the deletion protection you are very much secure. No, maybe that building, maybe many reasons that you can lose your instance with your data. Now there is a two case. If you have not made the backup of your instance, yes, we will talk about how to make the backup of the instance, so to avoid such issue in case if you lost your instance and data, so you can make the backup. But if you not make the backup of your instance, then what? Can you reach to the Google team and you can ask to recover the data? Yes, in certain scenario Google also make the backup of your data, and if you do not have the backup of your data, you can reach to the Google Cloud and you can raise the ticket to the Google and say that, hey, due to some reason we lost the data, can you help us to recover my data? But there's a one exceptional, you cannot recover. Google won't make the backup of your instance disk guys. It can be possible if you have a bucket, some other storage. Yeah, Google help you into that to recover the data. But instance, Google does not make any kind of backup itself. So in that case, there's no such option you have to recover your data. Okay, so always remember that it's very important to make the make a backup of your data of your disk through the backup. So how to do that? Let me go directly onto the instance, and once you set the deletion protection, so there's the option you have to delete, suspend, right? And you can see that this option has been suspended, disable itself. So even if someone is coming and trying to delete that, right, the service is disabled. So one thing is you're sure that yeah, that cannot be done. So that is a deletion protection. But what if you lost your entire instance because of some other reason and you're trying to find out the backup? Then no, even Google is not supporting you for that. So always remember that, make the backup of your data. So how to do that? you can go to the storage section, and there's an option called image. This all be available, this is all from the Google it, so you can skip that. Then you can go to the create image, and there's an option, right, you can give the backup of your instance, you can give any logical name. So let me write it, backup, okay, any logical, and what can be the source, so you can write it, yeah, I want to make the backup of my disk. There are multiple options, we have snapshot, image, VM. So currently we are talking about the disk, so I want to make the backup of the disk. And what is the source of your disk, which, right, now you can see that option test. Remember that my instance name is what, test. So I'm saying that, hey, of this machine I want to make the backup of my disk. Okay, now you see that something, one condition, if you want to make the backup of your disk of your instance, first of all you have to stop the instance, else it won't help you. So the reason, you can see here the instance is running. So what I will do, I will just open a new tab, I will go and stop the instance, stop the instance, and now you can do what, the same process you can now repeat. You can go to the image section, okay, and go and make the backup of your disk. Okay, now hope it should work now. All right, let's select the instance which I want to make the backup. Now it is coming fine. I want to make it on a single region, okay, and you can write the description whatever needed, and then I will simply create on create. It will take some time. Now you can see here location archive data means the disk size, means that instance having a disk, and that disk size is what, 10 GB. Okay, and now what this disk store, how much data it archive, it will show you, and it will take time accordingly. Okay, 649 because it was a small file. I have just created the instance, I have not stored anything, so it takes less time, and you can see that 649.15 MB data has been archived, but you have the backup, means what are the data inside the disk, you can see the backup has been created. Now let's delete this instance. Okay, it has been disabled, but I will just remove the deletion protection, and I will delete this instance. I'm doing it to show that what if your instance got deleted because of any reason, okay, then how you can recover your data, and how you can recover your instance also from this backup. Okay, so let me do one thing, let me first let me get inside the instance. I will disable the delete protection, and you see that it has been enabled. So I will go and click on edit, okay, and I will save it. Okay, all right, it's saving now. So now I can delete this instance, right. Let me go back, and let's delete the instance. Okay, let's do that, and yes, your instance got deleted. You have already made the backup. So what you can do it, you can not only recover the data, you can create an instance from this using this disk. Now you have learned that how to create the instance. So today I will talk about how to create instance from the existing disk. What we have objective to get the not only the data, to get the instance back what we had. So I will go simply go to this image one, and see here, yes, this disk, by the help of this disk I will create the instance. So simple, everything is same, nothing has changed. The way you create the instance, you should remember that configuration of your previous your instance, and you can go and set it. Okay, I'm not going to make any changes. Instance name, okay, let's say E2, and I remember that I have put I have made it share code. So right, when I go to the container, you see that in image part already it is showing you, hey, the disk is already added into this instance, because it is coming from where, from the disk, right. Now you hope you understand. So even if you go there, change, right, you see that the custom image. Earlier when we use it, we used to make it what public image, but now it is coming onto the custom image and it is taking this disk from my backup part. And now you just create this instance with the same configuration, with the same data. A new instance is ready and your application you can start. Fine. Hope you learn well. So the approach is very simple, but you make sure that when you're creating the instance, the first thing you have to enable the deletion protection, and the second thing, at a regular interval you have to make a, yes, this is the static, it's not dynamic backup, right? There's an approach. I'm not saying that we cannot make a dynamic backup, but the approach which I use to make the backup, it's a static, meaning the time you are making the backup, till that time only the data you have backup. After that, whatever the new data is coming, it won't be there. So it's a static backup. There's another approach to make the dynamic backup. Okay, so the instance, everything is ready. Yes, it might be your internal IP and external IP may be changed, so that you can check with your network team and they can connect with the communication with your app or web app, whatever the application you're running on your this instance machine. Rest will remain the same and you're in the safe side. Okay, hope you learn well. Try this. Thank you. Hey, don't forget to download our app for access to free courses and interactive quizzes. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and free content. See you next time. Happy learning.